everybody. Welcome to the 3W podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I have a dear friend with me who I'm going to let introduce herself because I just am.
Okay. Well, hello.
Everybody knows her. You don't really need an introduction.
No.
But go.
I do. There's a lot of people that don't.
My friend Stephanie.
Hello. Yes. Stephanie Riffle.
Stephanie, who are you?
I am a hardworking,
100%.
community-driven banker and a mom.
By day.
Banker by day and a mom and a mom by 24/7.
And philanthropist. And community go-getter, all the things.
I love serving in this community.
You do.
In every single capacity.
Tell us who you're with.
So I work for United Federal Credit Union here in Arkansas. I have 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas and in the River Valley. So
Just
I'm the
down
regional.
the street at the mall?
Just right down the street. Yes, at Promenade by the Gucci gas station.
That's right, Gucci gas station. I remember when that went in. It was
Gucci
so
gas
fun.
station. They're my landlords, and truly enjoy what I've been doing. This is actually my 30th year in
Happy
banking.
anniversary.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's huge. I'm telling my age, which I'm totally fine with.
I don't
51.
care. Who cares?
Yeah.
48. It's
48,
fine.
51.
All the
So
same.
30th year in banking, and it's amazing what all has changed. When I started as a teller, because I went to UALR down in Little Rock.
Yes.
And
I drove by that over the summer.
Oh, it's changed.
Somebody was like, oh, something Euler. And I was like,
Euler.
what's a Euler?
Yes.
I had to
Euler.
be educated. I didn't know
Yeah.
what Euler or Euphis was.
Yes.
I now know.
Now
But
you know.
Yes, okay.
And
Did you go to banking school?
no.
Teller school?
No.
Those
Well,
things
they
did
train
exist
you.
at one
They
point.
did,
Okay.
yes. Now, there is a banker school, but that's mainly on the, as we call it, on the credit union side, and it's mainly on the FI, for the financial institutions.
Got you. And we're going to dive into that, the
yes.
difference, okay,
Yes.
at some point.
So,
But yes.
but no, just started my way from literally as a teller, which is the lifeblood of
I
any
love that
institution.
story. I love it when I hear somebody started as a teller. I
Yes.
feel like there's a bunch of them. And I love
A lot.
it.
A lot of people started out there like, oh, I had a part-time job as a teller,
Yes.
or I did this during school. And that's what I did. I was working at Mazzio's Pizza on Rodney Parham.
Loved. I grew up with Mazzio's
Yeah.
in my small town of Oklahoma.
I love it.
It was like the first self-serve sodas, and we would make suicides.
Yum.
With the yellow
Now you're making me
cups.
thirsty.
I know,
See, there
sorry.
you go. They
Yes.
are, yes, with the best ranch.
Yes.
But it's interesting how I got into that. It's from my father and the business that my daddy did. But was working at Mazzio's.
Wait, hold on. Pause.
Oh, yes.
Central Arkansas, right?
Central Arkansas. I'm a
yes,
Hot Springs native.
girl.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, yes.
Born
okay.
and raised. I
Yes.
was a, what do they call us, a 13-year senior. I went to the same school, kindergarten through 12th grade at Lakeside.
Are you kidding?
I'm a Ram. I will always be a Lakeside Ram. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
13 generations?
So it was nice. So kindergarten through 12th grade.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Still have 6 of the same best friends.
Oh, I do. You always talk about your besties, and I love that. I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. A lot of Arkansas people talk about their besties. I don't know what it is with Oklahoma. We don't really talk
You
about our
don't?
besties.
Oh,
no,
gosh.
I don't know. Maybe I was just a snot in high school. I don't know, but I
had a
don't
lot
talk
of friends.
about
I
my
liked
besties.
everybody.
I'm like, I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe I like people now. Maybe I didn't like them back then. I have no idea, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 generations, that means you weren't getting away with anything. And
No.
what did your daddy tell you?
That just to work hard. My father was a self-employed.
Okay.
And
yes.
that's how I got over in Mazzio's, because my dad, Bino's Pizza, had a restaurant in Hot Springs. It's still there. We sold it many, many years ago. But that's why I was like, I can do this at Mazzio's. I know how to make a pizza. I know how to make a mean pizza. I've got the customer service down. I can do all this. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to school. And there were some challenges that I had my first year of school, and kind of was told, you're on your own now.
Nice.
You kind of lost a little bit of that money.
Yes. Yeah.
And so at that time, Boatman's Bank was hiring, and they would pay 80% of your tuition. And at that time, it didn't have to be business related.
Wow.
So that's what started me and banking was getting hired on as a teller, which Boatman's is now Bank of America.
Okay.
So, with all the mergers and stuff.
Yes.
So that's just what started me on this
80%
career.
80% of your tuition
Was paid. And
that's amazing.
most institutions will do a tuition reimbursement now, but it has to be business related.
Okay.
But back then it
sense.
wasn't, 30 years ago.
Oh my gosh, 30.
Yeah.
How about the changes?
A lot.
Like, I went through the drive-thru the other day, and it screens.
Yes.
So I had to park and go in because I needed something from a human, and it was bigger than what would go through a slot, and I was like, so great. Oh my gosh. I'm still old school and need people.
No, and we do too. And I'll tell you though, the screens, it's a real big fraud deterrent.
Is it?
There is, if you don't mind me
Go.
saying, because this is, they talk about it on the news.
Yeah.
There's a fraud. They call it the felony lane gang. Okay, so Lane. My accent's very heavy. I apologize.
I love an accent.
And a lot of people, when they commit fraud, they will use the last drive-through.
Okay.
That's furthest from a window.
Okay.
And they will send in your ID and your check, but it's been stolen. So, because we ask, right? You ask if you don't know,
you all know.
We do.
At your bank.
We do.
You know all your people.
Yes. And I would say, and there's institutions that are the same way.
Yes.
But we pride ourselves at the credit union of knowing who our members are.
You do.
So, but if you're coming through our drive-through, oh hey, how's it going? And you don't have the cameras, like you're saying.
Right.
You have their ID and your check, you're doing everything right.
Right.
Well, then you find out, oh my gosh, that wasn't somebody. So there is a group, they call it the FBI, the Felony Lane Gang. And that's what they do, is they perpetrate and steal, but they also, when not only they're stealing their checks, when they go into a house and steal, or a car,
right,
a checkbook,
okay.
whatnot.
Yes.
Well, their driver's license. So now when you have those cameras, at least you can see a face and kind of, measure it against the ID. Fraud, I would say, has been the biggest thing I think that I've seen in terms of banking.
Okay.
And all that has transpired. They're getting slick.
Which
fraudsters,
is amazing to me.
It is amazing, but it's more reason that we have to be on our toes. And I know there's instances where people that are going to be listening to this have gone and someone's asked for their ID. Be thankful that they're asking for your ID.
Right.
We truly 1,000% are trying to protect your money.
Yes. I mean, super annoyed in the moment.
And I get it.
But I
do.
I get it.
I get it.
When I tell you I'm blown away at how advanced criminals are.
Yes.
So put a pin in that for 2 seconds. So because I'm old and I loved having a good time in college.
Yes.
I asked one of my nannies years ago and I was like, hey, do you have a fake ID? She was like, no. I think she was scared to tell me. Like, she kind of looked at me like weird. I was like,
right.
No. If you do, I'm okay. I don't mean that like it's coming out. And she was like, no, I really don't, because they scan them at the bars and you can't get away. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate for y'all. I never thought about things like that. I mean, we had lots of magical IDs back in the 90s.
Lots.
So I didn't think about the scanning and all the things. So I don't understand how everyone gets away with things today.
They do, to the tune of, do not hold me to this number, but it's a very good estimate.
Okay, it's on camera.
It's a very good estimate. $90 billion in fraud losses industry-wide. And this is not just Arkansas. We're talking industry-wide with all of the financial institutions, with all of the credit unions. So it is important for us, where I'm at, just to make sure that we are protecting our member and protecting the co-op, the credit union, by all means. We want to make sure that we're making our members whole, which, we do try all the time.
All the time.
But yeah, fraud is, I would say, definitely fraud, and then just how some lending things are done.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but 30 years ago, you could smoke inside your teller, inside your branch. I remember, oh gosh, I had a boss who I will never forget her. I loved her. But when the doors closed at 4, she'd start lighting a cigarette and smoking it at her desk. You'd go.
Ashtrays were a decorative item back then.
Absolutely.
They were amazing, and you had them on the arms of your airplane seat and in your car.
Yes.
Yes.
They do that. Also, they'd pull out their drawer. They'd have their whiskey in their in their desk, and I just remember thinking, okay, if I ever get to this point. I will definitely emulate some things I learned from that person, or B, I will never do what I learned from that person. Yes. So, but yeah, a lot of that has changed. No more smoking in a branch.
And no more banker's hours.
No.
Right? I mean, that used to be the thing. That was like, people used it all. It was like a Xerox and a Band-Aid. Right. It was a thing, banker's hours. Mm-hmm. And and people were dressed to the nines to be in the banks.
Yes. It's definitely a more casual business attire.
Life is so much more casual.
It is much more casual, but it's important to dress with who you're going to be speaking to. Mm-hmm. If I'm speaking to a large group at a Rotary, but if I know that I'm going to go out and talk to a blue collar worker, mm-hmm. you don't want to wear a 3-piece suit.
Absolutely
You want to
not.
make everyone feel comfortable with who you're speaking to. And that's definitely has changed how the dress code is. And just being more tolerant with certain things.
Yes.
With piercings, with tattoos.
Yes.
If you were not going to allow certain things, you're really alienating a lot of different people.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Because I am only pierced in my ears.
Me too.
And I'm not tattooed because I'm too afraid.
Yes.
But I totally want one.
Right.
Very small, but I will probably never get one. But I'm constantly shocked by what I see.
Yeah, there are, as long as it's not vulgar.
Right. We have moved towards accepting, which is so great. But my old school mentality shocks me every time.
Yes,
I'm constantly in a state of surprise.
Oh, you sound like my mother. She's Martha Stewart made over. Still to this day tells me how to do my hair.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Put your lipstick on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Everyone needs a little color.
Go in, get your fix your hair,
put
your makeup
face on.
Put your face on.
Yes,
walk out there and you'll be fine.
The kids today are a face. Well, even though they're all Sephora'd up,
right?
Well, the things,
but,
and skincare routines. From here up, but from here down, they look homeless.
That's right.
So
yes, they do.
It's so great. Kids are so great. Okay, we're going to divide this into 2 parts.
Okay.
So the second part is going to be I think it's going to be the more fun part, but I do enjoy the first part. Why credit unions? Because I remember when you and I sat down a year ago, first of all, we did a podcast years ago at a Mercy event.
Yes.
And that's where I met you.
Absolutely.
First, and I loved that. And you were in a boot from a spring break accident,
yes,
which was a great story. Mm-hmm. But why credit unions?
I
was blown away.
Yeah,
from that lunch.
Never knew anything about credit unions until 6 years ago. And I know on the financial industry side, you have your shareholders. You are doing well. You want to do well for your shareholders. In a credit union, we are a not-for-profit. Mm-hmm. Everything that we make, we put back to our members. Every member is a stakeholder at United Federal Credit Union, at any credit union. Mm-hmm. It also, with that not-for-profit, we do invest a lot with our infrastructure. We pay our members their dividends each month. And then again, we're making sure that we're taking care of our members. We listen, we allow them to, every member, whether you have $5 with us,
which is what it takes, right?
$5 for a membership.
An account?
Yes, as long as you live, work, and worship in the state of Arkansas, you can become a member. Mm-hmm. Become a member of United Federal Credit Union with $5. But you have a say in how we do business.
Which is wild.
Whether you have $5 or $5 million. We welcome that feedback. Another thing, all of our board members are volunteer basis. So our board members, we have a great board of folks all throughout our footprint.
Does every branch have its own board?
No, ma'am.
State?
In Arkansas, we do have a board director that represents us here in Arkansas.
Okay.
Female. She works at Cargill.
Nice.
Yes. And then our other board members are in North Carolina, Michigan, Indiana, and Nevada.
Okay. I think I've talked to your Michigan people.
Yeah,
Isn't
they're
that
great.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's HQ. That's
Yes.
HQ. We were Whirlpool, so we've been around for about 75 years.
Which is a great story. You were like the bank within Whirlpool so that they could cash their check
Yes.
with the crazy manufacturing
Yes,
hours, right?
absolutely.
Isn't that why it started?
Yes.
To give everyone control.
Correct.
To give back give the employees control.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's, I say a lot too on the credit union side because I've worked for 3 extremely large institutions. I am allowed to make a decision based on what I know of the market or the said individual. At the bigger places,
It's not always this.
No, ma'am. It is not always black and white. You don't put anyone in a box. It's very gray, and I like that. It's a lot of responsibility,
Of course.
but bad things happen to good people.
All the time.
All the time, and it allows just to open up a book and say not everybody is the exact same, and make a judgment and make a call based on that. It's also the support that we give to the community.
That's
means
part
the
2.
world to me.
Because I
yes.
can't wait to dive into
Yes.
that. But you have so much control isn't the right word. Obligation or power, or I don't know what the right word is, but at your credit union, like you're all of you are empowered.
Very empowered. It's our culture.
Yes.
Yes. There's our CEO Terry O'Rourke has we're no silos. There's no silos. If I want to pick up the phone and reach out to Terry, by all means, I can reach out to Terry. If a teller wanted to reach out and ask a question, they could do that. It is that's our culture that we have. We are a listening organization, and that's why I get up and go to work every single day.
I mean, every time you talk
24
about
hours,
what you do,
7 days a week, like you
that's
said.
so true.
We're not.
That's
There's
true.
no banker hours.
There's no
because
banker's hours.
I have to be accessible whenever.
Yes.
Because people work 8 to 5. That's why I tell everybody all the time is I'm like, we can do things for you over the phone. You're at work. We need to take care of you when it's convenient for you.
Yes.
Meet people where they are.
Yes.
And I think that's
every
very
time you
important.
talk about what you do, you glow.
I do. Oh, thank you.
You
I
do.
love it. I truly do. I truly do. But I also have phenomenal support, and this organization allows me to do that.
And you love your people at the bank.
Love every one of them.
You told me about a story. Was she graduating something? Or was she a single parent? Or she was like the first one to do something amazing? And maybe you closed the bank to go help her. This was, I feel like, last spring.
Oh.
And
well.
you were telling me I got to run because your daughter was covering an event for us and you were helping your daughter. And you're like, I'm not staying for this event, even though I love it, because I got to go support somebody who works for me.
Yes.
And tears.
She, cancer.
That's what it was. I'm
Yep.
sorry, not graduating.
No.
I'm like, I knew it was something huge.
Yes.
That's kind of next level huge, but she was going to ring the
21
bell,
or 22.
right?
Yes. And
Okay.
she asked me to go with her to go ring the bell with her
Yes.
family.
Yes.
And to
'Cause
say
your
I was
people are
honored.
family.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we
Well,
just
your
supported
members
her.
are family too.
Yeah.
But
we supported
your four
her.
walls at the bank are your family too.
Yes. We, at Christmas, I think that's what I was telling you too. At Christmas, the credit union gives every employee $20.
Yes.
People may think $20, but we do. It's called Pay It Forward. But every branch pulls their money together. And what the branches in Arkansas did in one branch, I believe in one of our North Carolina markets, pulled together, and we gave over $600 to that young lady. Still employed with us. She's phenomenal. Everybody knows, so I'm not saying anything. She's wonderful. I expect big things from her coming
I know.
up. Yep, she
And did
just got her
start
port
out
removed
as a
too.
teller? Yes.
So yeah, and I did. I'm going to go and do that, and again, she invited me.
I
Me,
know.
of all people.
I love that.
So, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was something huge.
But it's, you also, I think it's very important that in any type of leadership role, you treat everyone the same. And I hope that I do that.
I
sure
I'm
hope
not
I do.
on the receiving end of that. I'm only on the receiving end of myself.
Yeah.
And you've always treated me like we're best friends from
Well,
the second we met.
That's-
At cornhole at a
Yeah.
Mercy event. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you? Why do you have a boot on? And why
Right.
do I get to talk to you? Like, tell me all the things.
It
And
just
we've
makes
known
it
each other
fun.
ever since.
Yes,
We've been
we have.
hugging ever since.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just me too. I mean, I go back to that's how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I was doing something recently, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do at the magazine? Do you write?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I hug people." No. Oh, that wasn't what it was. I just completely lied.
I like to hug people too.
Right? I'm like, no. I was talking to a teacher at my youngest school. I was like, listen, I'm not into math. It's a math person. And I was like, my husband's an engineer. He really sees the value in math.
Right.
I own a magazine and I hug people and make things look pretty. So you go forward with your advanced math. I'm going to be over here cheering y'all on.
Yep.
But like, this is my space.
It's your strength.
I hug people.
Absolutely. We need to play off of our strengths.
Yes.
Because trust me, I have a lot of weaknesses too. Or as I like to say at work, opportunities.
Opportunities. I'm absolutely stealing that.
I'm like, no, I have opportunities.
Yeah, okay. I don't have math weaknesses. I have math opportunities.
Math opportunities. I have math
loathe
opportunities
math.
too, if you can believe that or not.
Do you
I
have
whip
to
out
do a
my
lot of
calculator
math?
all the time. Yes.
Do you?
Well, I mean, yes.
Okay.
For forecasting.
Okay. Yeah,
things
you're
like
coming
that.
up on that.
Yeah. Fun times.
Oh, my goodness. What is the wildest story? What's the craziest phone call in your banking life? To where you're like, did I really just get this call? Like, I have a cow and it just reproduced into 10 million. I don't even know. Like, what is the most bizarre
I think the most
bank
bizarre
call?
question maybe that I have been asked. God, that's a great question.
Like,
There's so many.
I'm like,
There's
could you write a
so
book
many.
with the most ridiculous things that have come to you?
I could. That's a good one. I don't know. I could think of. I know funny things that have.
Okay, go. Give me a funny one to where you're like.
I know funny things that have happened, and it's internal. It's definitely not with a member. But going back to the drive-through, I remember training someone. This was when I lived in Denver, and we had hired a new teller, and it was a large branch. I had 18 staff. It was in the Denver Tech Center, and huge branch in the DTC in Denver. And we hired this young lady, and our drive-through was detached.
Okay.
So what we call now, there's swivels and there's detached. So this was a detached, meaning like the lobby couldn't help the drive-through.
Gotcha.
So we're training this young lady, and I'm like, okay, so here comes somebody just, speaking to the microphone. The tubes were in the ground and they were not above.
Okay.
She literally leaned in and was
awesome.
screaming, and hello, how can we help you today? And I'm like, okay, did I make the right hire here? I will never forget that, and I've shared that story so many times that
I love
I'm
that.
like, this is how
That's
to
worth
this day
it.
I cannot remember her name, but I'm thinking like the microphone's right here,
Like,
and
it was
that's where
this
the tube
obvious?
goes. Yeah. And it was the tube, because the tube was out there in the drive-through lane with the customer, and she's talking into where it would have come back up.
I love that.
And I'm just like, wow. But no, I think a lot of people were checks and deposits. There's so much more to it than that. So much more to it than that.
Your little drawers have to be balanced. I don't know.
100%. We don't want a penny.
Never have done that.
We do not. And we do not. If we find a penny, that please don't hand it to us. We don't want that. Just go back, throw it out, keep whatever you want to. Tellers like their money all this facing the same way. Just
Oh,
FYI,
okay.
when you bring in currency, make it all face the same way.
Oh,
it's
great.
pet peeves of it's funny. You learn all these things because we'll flip it.
I've seen that happen.
Because when we send it back to the Fed, that's how the Fed requests it.
Okay, good to know.
So just little one-offs. Oh, I will tell you, I've got a great one.
Good. I don't know. Because
Respect.
yelling
that was a
into
good
tube
one.
is so good. And I have a tube story, so let's come back.
But we do not, if you have $1 million on deposits,
Okay.
that $1 million is not sitting in a said branch.
Okay.
So if someone wants to come in, and we get this a lot, where I need to withdraw $500,000 and I need it all in cash.
Oh,
We're not going to be able to accommodate
a deal
you.
is going down.
It is. We're not. While I would love to accommodate you because we are federally insured or through the NCUA,
Okay.
there's limits that each branch can have. I mean, why would someone have $1 million? It depends on where the location is. But
So we're not keeping all of our money in that vault?
no,
Okay.
number one, we're not going to keep all of our money in that vault. But number two, we probably can't accommodate something like that because I've got other members that I've got to accommodate.
Right.
So sometimes you get some upset people because I truly think there are people that believe that when they deposit $10,000, their $10,000 is going to be there, which, yeah, we're going to be able to accommodate that.
Right. Okay.
But
I'm 50-50.
Your
I'm like,
500
I don't know,
grand.
I gave you my money.
I probably and it's just not safe.
It doesn't feel safe.
It's
But
not.
I might be okay with rolling around in that money
Yes.
for just a moment.
Yes, and you're like it's just not safe between that and the romance scams that go on, and what our victims fall for is
Like I gotta pay somebody to be my boyfriend?
100%.
Stop it.
100%. They will not necessarily pay someone, but they will meet someone online. They're catfishing them.
Oh, is this like the Twitter guy that I watched on
I know what you're talking.
Netflix a few years ago?
These are just vulnerable, single people. There's really no age demographic. Anybody can fall for this. And somehow they've been contacted via an email or they've reached out to them via Facebook. You've got the romance scams that go on. Then you also have those that get a check in the mail from Publishers Clearinghouse and they believe that they've won the Publishers Clearinghouse, but unfortunately, they never applied to win the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Oh, okay.
So you have that, and yeah. There's a lot that goes on.
Yes.
Check scams are crazy.
Check scams are crazy.
Yeah, work from home. I'll pay you $5,000.
Oh, I love those. I get those texts. They're like, we just got your resume. And I'm like, I haven't had one in 20 years.
Or the toll road. The recent one we've had the toll road.
Oh, the toll road. Yes, I'm about to go to jail because I didn't pay my toll. And I'm like, okay.
But it's unfortunate, but people fall for it.
Oh, that's so sad.
So if we can it's just education on our part. That we just have to educate. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say, speaking of what cash you have, is there an average for what a bank or a credit union holds on cash?
No.
Is it different?
It's very different, yes.
Institution and every branch?
Yep.
Wow.
Every one of them are very different.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And it's and just first and foremost is the safety of the employees and making sure. So that's why there's limits too.
Okay.
To make sure that everyone is held safe.
Okay. Speaking of safe.
Yes.
Have you ever been around a robbery?
I have had 5 in my entire career.
Stop it! Mm-hmm. You've been a part of a bank robbery?
Yes.
Is it like TV?
Worse.
Well, because it's real.
That one, my very first one was probably the worst. December 31st, 1999. What was everyone doing on December 31st, 1999?
Y2K.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can tell you where I was.
I can too.
You were in the bank?
Yep. And we were robbed that day. It was a takeover. So when you say takeover,
okay,
there were 3 gentlemen.
All right.
At that time, at this particular branch, which is still there.
What state are we in?
In Little Rock.
Okay.
This was in Little Rock on Rodney Parham Road,
okay,
right next to Jiffy Lube and Wendy's.
Okay.
at that Bank of America branch there, yeah. But it was double doors. So, you walk in and then you have your vestibule. And then you walk in the other door and you've got your lobby.
Okay.
So we have mag locks where you could press a button and you could lock. Like if you saw someone coming in, lock them from coming into the lobby, right? But nobody has time. Wow. That particular day, that's really what that was the buzz. Like Y2K, what's going to happen?
Yes,
Y2K.
Everything's going to shut down.
And that's when they came in they took over, they jumped the teller line, they pistol whipped a female employee that we worked together. She was on the phone with St. Louis. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Like, where were you?
I was at a desk, and as soon as they came in, we all hit the floor, just like they said. Several of us hidden under desks.
Did they see you?
I don't necessarily remember if they saw me.
Because I have a big lobby pictured and then those little offices,
yes.
right?
Well, we had no offices. All of our desks were out in the middle, like the manager.
Oh, like a cube farm, but not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, everyone's out in the open.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's out in the open. They jump over the teller. They take all the drawers, and it was, probably a good 3 minutes.
You're like 20.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You get up, we've got our procedures, what we do in the case that something like that happens. We took those procedures, and I remember the next thing I kept thinking is, I've got to call my parents. I've got to call my parents. This is when they watched Dialing for Dollars with Beth Ward. That was back in the day.
Yes.
And I just remember thinking, I've got to call my parents. They will flip. And I called my dad first. He was just always an anxious man. Just
Are
to
the
say,
robbers
hey, I'm
still
fine.
in there?
No, they were gone.
Oh, okay.
They had gone, and about 28 minutes later, they were caught.
How long were they in the bank?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes, just putting money into bags, and then
Screaming,
they left.
And then they left, took off on foot.
Did hurt nobody except for the one they pistol whipped?
Pistol whipped, because she was on the phone, just knocked her. Oh, it was crazy. And then the others.
28 minutes later?
That's pretty good.
That is insane.
That's roughly probably about what it was. LRPD
I
had
for sure think way back
they were
then
great.
It'd be easy to get away.
It was fantastic. It was no, it's not. It's not. And the others is, I say you wish this on anybody, but if you do go through that, you just want it to be a note passed. One person's involved, and no one else knows until they're gone. And those have all been the others, except there was one other that when I was in Little Rock. It was a pretty traumatic one. But the others, I had several in Denver, and they were note passing. So
really,
yeah,
were they all caught?
Yes,
all 5. Wow.
If we do our job right, they'll be caught.
That's amazing.
Yep. If we do our job right, they will be caught.
Huh. Ballsy.
My heart goes out any time that I see it with any place. I always just, especially if I know someone at that institution, which I feel like I have a good rapport with a lot of folks at other institutions, because we've probably all worked together at one time.
Yes.
But your heart goes out to them because you know what it's like. It's not fun.
Does it give you anxiety when you watch that in a movie?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm. I really try not to watch movies like that, though. I'm like, first of all, that's not how it happens.
Well, I know that would be me, but
because you're that's what you see. You see all this, and you're like,
yeah, for sure.
They're not going to get rich off.
It's been in a million movies, but the movie that stands out the most to me is Point Break.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, that
is what I think of as the ultimate bank robbery. Scene.
Which is a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for sure. Is
like
that how it goes?
No.
It'd be so easy to get away with everything if you're dressed as a dead president.
As a dead president, yeah. That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
Kiana, forget about that movie.
And Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I
don't even know when that came out. That was late 90s or early 2000s.
In the 90s, because that was around the same time Ghost was out, right?
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Because I worked at a movie theater when Ghost came out. I don't remember much from yesterday, but I can tell you.
Same. They're like, do you have some? I had multiple photo shoots this morning, and she was like, I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, really?
I do that all the time.
And I was like, she's like, how do you not know? We've already been through the schedule multiple times. I'm like, day by day.
Day by day.
And it's not tomorrow yet.
Day by day.
I
I consider myself pretty organized, but I rely heavily on my calendar
Kids
for everything.
suck your brain cells.
Everything, yeah.
So I'm like, I have no idea what's going on tomorrow. Actually, I will see you tomorrow because I do know because I had to look at the calendar. I will see you tomorrow.
What we have tomorrow, yes.
Yes, we have a long day.
Yes, we do.
Tomorrow.
It's going to be exciting.
Okay, I feel like we've touched on all the bank stuff. Don't you?
Yeah.
Because I want to save part 2 for what you and the bank touch on.
Okay.
Giving wise.
I would love that.
And then I just want to touch on all the fun, fluffy stuff.
Perfect.
On here. Is that good with you?
That sounds great.
Okay. Thank you for joining me in part 1. I appreciate it because I just always feel like, why not when it comes to these credit unions or your credit union? I shouldn't say these. I don't even know what.
Ours, you know.
You're the only one.
That is, but as I've told you many times, there's great places around here.
I know you're just a builder upper.
I've always said you never know if you do not talk about your competition. Mm-mm. You never know if you might work for them one day. And it's building the rapport. We all need each other.
Yes.
We all are here to help everybody. And they refer business to me and I refer business to people. If there's something that doesn't fit with my wheelhouse, I know exactly who I'm going to refer that to. And I know that other banks and other folks at other institutions know the same thing about us.
Well, that's a good question. Does everyone have their own zone? Lane? I think in Northwest Arkansas, from a publication standpoint, the 4 of us all have our own lane.
Yes.
Actually, there's more of us now. But I feel like we all have our own lane. And so
we're all good at something.
Yes. From a banking standpoint, does everyone have their own lane-ish?
I would say other institutions, here's just my thought, Stephanie, here's my opinion. When other bankers think of United Federal Credit Union, they're thinking loans.
No kidding.
Yes. That is what the majority of my peers refer back to me. Well, they're not going to refer deposit because they want those deposit dollars.
I'm like, you know me. I'm like, I have no idea. Okay.
And we all are, we want the full relationship because I feel we can service a member better when we do have the full picture of what's going on. But lending wise, that is, I would say 80% of my referrals that come from a different institution is because of our products that we offer on the loan side. From our auto loans, our rates are just better.
Is it because you're more people oriented?
It's because we're a credit union.
Okay, and credit unions just have more empowerment to see beyond the black and white?
I would say us in the size of a credit union that we are, we have the monies to loan out where we're not borrowing it from the Federal Reserve.
Oh, is that what?
And we do too. Absolutely, we do too.
I have no idea.
In order to fund, you have to fund a loan. You've got to have the deposits to fund that loan.
Okay.
And if you're not having
rob Peter to pay Paul, but not.
Right.
Quite.
Where we are very financially sound.
But Peter can still come in and get his money. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just, we're known for our rates and we're known for our terms. We actually can go out longer on terms than a normal financial institution.
Like on an
RV, we go up to 180 months out. On a boat, anything recreational, we can go up to 180 months.
Oh. Now, what's a car? 60-ish?
We can go up to 84.
It's
all dependent upon 60
okay.
to 72.
Is that standard on RVs but recreational stuff?
On recreational,
in other institutions?
Their standard may be 60 months and or just 10 years, where we go out up to 180 months, which is 15 years.
Interesting. What about mortgages? Those are 15 and 30, right?
We have those products, yes.
Oh, okay.
Got great products on our mortgage side too. Because we're full service, and that's another thing that a lot of folks may not know is we are full service, whether it's commercial, we could do small business banking, consumer,
Am
and
I
commercial.
like a moron to just assume you're full service?
No, but there are some people. That's
be
great.
Like,
there are some people that do not.
You're a financial institution. You're going to have all the things,
right?
But there's some that don't.
There are some credit unions that are strictly consumer. They do not offer business products.
Oh, that's never even occurred to me.
Yeah.
Things I don't even realize, things you don't know that you just don't know.
Right. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it kind of goes back to, like, you said on the part 2 is really talking about the small business side of it, and whether it's a nonprofit or someone just getting started, it's nice to be that person to help them with their dreams and what their vision is.
What's your breakdown? Is it, what's your percentages versus, what do you call it, consumer versus commercial?
Well, yes. In Arkansas, heavy on the consumer, at least at over 70%.
Okay, that's what I assumed,
Yes.
but I just wasn't sure.
Yes, same thing.
And
I
a
would
lot
say
of
that.
farmers.
Yeah.
I feel like you told me this in our first lunch a year ago. A lot of farmers.
A lot.
A lot.
Especially in some of our other markets where we are, yes. We have some, not as many in Arkansas, where we are in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, but definitely within our footprint, yes.
But you have crazy numbers.
We're in
up here.
Ohio, yes, ma'am.
Yes. And because we live in a gold bubble, so
Yeah,
yes, you
I
have
know.
crazy
Yes,
numbers up
yes.
here.
So
I do
it's-
remember that part.
Yeah. But
Oh
I
my
would say
gosh.
definitely very heavy on the consumer. Again, just because, too, we are known for doing car loans.
Oh my gosh! So y'all are the car loan people.
Well, we want
You do all
more.
the things.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yes.
But when people think of you, they think of a car loan.
Because of their rate, because of our rates. Yeah.
Interesting.
But
This
we
is so
service
amazing.
them, so you can come in there and do it all.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh, that's a great place to stop. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Stick around for part 2. You stick around for part 2. And as always, shout out to Hershey Salty Snacks because they have amazing products.
Yes, they do.
Dot's Homestyle Pretzels
Oh, the
Skinny Pop.
best.
and Pirate Booty.
The best. And what a great group that Eric has here
Right?
in the local market with Hershey's.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that you knew that because not many people do. So fantastic.
They
I
do
love
a
that.
lot for this community.
They do a ton for this community.
People
so
have no idea.
I'm lucky too.
Yep.
We're lucky to have them.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Okay. Keep inspiring a culture of giving and don't forget to check out part 2. Bye.